Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. My name is Tom Brownigal. I am a local real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. We are located in Trumbull. Um, we actually launched our original office about 20 years ago in Monroe, and we have since moved on to Trumbull. We have a very large local presence around here and look forward to the opportunity to speak with you more about the topic today is decluttering. And so allow me to just share my screen and we will begin. So decluttering, what to do with all of this stuff is the topic. And let me see how to move this forward. Okay, so who am I? I promise not to spend a lot of time here. My name is Tom Brownigal. I am a member of the Brownigal team at Keller Williams Realty. I graduated in 1987 from the University of Bridgeport. I received my BSEE in electrical engineering discipline. And I did that for a number of years. 20 years I worked for several different places, and decided that it was time to do something different. And I got into real estate as an investor. We bought and sold, bought and held on to real estate, and decided to make that a career. Today, I am in business with my son, Ryan Brownigal, who is part of the team. He's had his license for about 14 years. And together we make up the Brownigal team. We have one other very important a member of our team. She's Elizabeth Takis. She has been with us for about 6 months. Truly a blessing, truly a good soul, and we are truly happy to have her as part of our team. We had been doing, as I said, real estate for about 20 years. I have been, and of course, over those 20 years, we worked with, young first-time home buyers. We also worked with elderly that we moved out of their home for the last time and into retirement environments, into 55 and over places, simply downsizing. And so though we ran the whole gamut, and I really found the senior market to be underserved. Realistically, you had real estate agents who were treating a senior client the same as if they were a first-time home buyer. And there are so many things that are wrong with that. There are different energies, there are different questions, there are different approaches, there are different people in different stages of their lives. And you connect with one very differently than you connect with the other. And the tools and resources that you need for one are very different than the tools and resources that you need for the other. And so we have aligned ourselves after having gone through that process many times, and really have understood what the differences are, and we're going to get into some of that here. And we did, our team is, we have our certification, our SRES, the Senior Real Estate Services designation, and that really is training on just how do you work with senior clients. And having gone through that class, I assure you we are prepared, we are equipped, and we are eager. So moving on, decluttering. Making a plan, how to start, where do you start, how do you sort, how do you get going, things to keep, gift, discard. And I know that this seems like it's a really big project when you look at the whole picture. I get it, I understand it. And to be honest with you, decluttering is a big project. Um, it it helps to break the process down into smaller, more manageable pieces, which is what we're going to really get into here going forward. So what I'm going to do is break this topic out into 5 different pieces. Um, Making a plan, when to start, how to sort, and then what to keep or give away, donate, and discard. And then at the very end, I'm going to share some resources, names, vendors who might help you if you find yourselves overwhelmed in the process. Also keep in mind that the Brown Eagle team, we have already built a team of people, including all of these people that we're going to talk about. Um, so feel free to give us a call. We are happy to make recommendations. We are happy to help in any way that we can. So making your decluttering plan. Why are you decluttering? Engage your family in the process. Write down your plan. The most important piece there really is write down your plan. Um, I know if you're like most people, you can go through the process and think about the plan and have the plan perfectly pictured in your own mind's eye. And then as time goes on, that plan gets a little cloudy, it changes, it shifts. And what starts to happening is we make a big mess of something that we didn't have to make a big mess of. Um, so let's talk about the reasons for decluttering. Why are you doing it? Are you downsizing? Are you planning on selling your home? Are you planning on depersonalizing it so that other people, when they walk in to look at the home, can vision themselves in your home, which is the goal if we were selling your home? Um, you just want to basically simplify your life. Have you been bitten by the Marie Kondo, does it spark joy bug? Um, and if yes, um, you're on your way to downsizing. Um, have you decided that you have too much to clean, polish, dust, the house is too big, etc.? Once you actually identify your motivation, um, you need to make a plan that will get you from where you are to where you want to be. And this is not a one size fits all process. Every situation, every person, every motivation is different. So you want a plan that will get you to where you want to be. I'd strongly encourage that you get your family members involved. They know you, they know what is important to you, they know where you're going, and they will help you stay on track and keep you to your plan. So, step one of your plan is to make a schedule. Okay, grab your calendar and define your goals for your decluttering days. Be realistic. It's going to take time. It's going to take discipline, and even more, and probably even more time than you think is possible. Don't expect to work on this every day either. Give yourself some time. Going through your things can be an emotional journey. So allow yourself to feel your memories. Um, you always have the luxury of writing down the plan, um, taking pictures of certain things to remind you um, of certain items that you may or may not be holding on to. What are the components of a decluttering plan? So we talked about making a schedule, take inventory, approach this as one room at a time. And again, how do you eat an elephant? It's one bite at a time. Decluttering is a big deal. And you break it down into small bite sizes, room sizes, start at one room at a time. Make a list of goals, create a sorting system. Um, so your schedule, writing a schedule is critical because it creates accountability. It helps you manage your time and realize that your schedule must be reasonable. Um, why is writing a schedule critical? Because without one, it's easy to put things off, to wait until later. If you see the time block today, clear out the linen closet, you're more likely to wake up and subconsciously know that you have to clear the linen closet out today. When do you start? And honestly, it really goes back to your motivation. Is the decluttering undertaken in advance of a move? Then you really want to give yourself some time. 90 days is would be wonderful. Would give you all the time that you need realistically to go through and start decluttering, categorizing, and figuring out to do what with all your possessions. Do you know where you're moving to? How much space that you have? Do you know what furniture that you're going to earmark to take with you, and which just quite honestly might not fit? Um, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, going through a house full of memories takes time. It cannot be rushed. If your motivation is to declutter for the sake of having less stuff, then the timeline is yours to set. It's really not a bad idea to do that anyway, even if you're not considering moving. When we've all been around in our home for many years, we have a way of collecting many things. Um, and walking into our house tells a life story about our life, pictures, memories, tchotchkes, from all around the house. They tell our story. And again, if we're looking to sell our home, we want to depersonalize all that so the person walking into the home sees a blank slate where they can tell their own story. And that's really what we're looking to try to do. Your schedule needs to be reasonable. And I cannot emphasize this enough, reasonable. If it's not reasonable to rush, you will feel cheated and resentful and may take a regrettable decision. So give yourself time to get things done. Okay. Goals. What is your motivation? How long do you have to declutter? Add them to your schedule as benchmarks. Okay. So goals need to be realistic and you need to be generous with yourself because this can be a very emotional process. I would almost suggest that your first goal be to get into a downsizing mindset. And that's going to take some time. Okay. And what does that mean? It means preparing yourself to let things go. Um, unless you're ready up here, doing all the work is going to be truly difficult. I have seen it, and really, it's preparing your mind around your new goals, visualizing your new goals, placing yourself potentially in your new home, or maybe it's staying in your new home and it's been cleared up, and you've gotten rid of a lot of the things that are just taking up space in your own home. If you give someone a gift of your abundance an expensive vase, for example, um, don't look for it to be displayed the same way that you displayed it, right? Um, Different people um, have different experiences, they have different pasts, they value things differently, and you may have a very expensive piece that you give to someone, um, and maybe they don't want it, and that's okay, because that's your value, that's your valuable, vase, um, and you shouldn't think any less of that person who is honest enough to say that they don't want it. Or if they do take it, maybe they just don't display it the same way that you do, and that's also okay. It's a gift from you, and use it as an opportunity to share with them maybe the story that goes along with it, and just be grateful. So give with a giving heart, um, and let the recipient receive it and love it their way. Be prepared for people to decline your offerings. So everyone has a different taste, different style, and things that you may find precious or beautiful may not be the same for others as it is to you. Again, we all come from different backgrounds, and different experiences, and we all choose our own value system separately from each other, and that's all okay. So take time to get your mind wrapped around the process of what it is that you're going to do. This could be days. Spend some time in thought over the experience of what it is that you're looking to do, where you are today, where are you looking to get to, and prepare yourself mentally, and then go after it when you're ready. So developing a sorting system is going to be important also, right? You're going to certainly keep certain things. You're going to gift certain things. You're going to donate certain things. You're going to sell certain things. You'll dispose of certain things. Um, and in doing so in an organized, sorting system is a great way to start. So pick a simple way to sort your belongings. 4 totes in different colors, moving boxes with big Sharpie labels, multicolored sticky notes. Um, Find what works for you and then start the process. Make sure that it's easy. Make sure that it's clear. Make sure that you can repeat it over and over again. Um, and as you move through your home, start with the small items, tchotchkes, mementos, decorations, wall art, collections. It's 5 o'clock. Art pieces, vacation pieces, etc. Um, if you are downsizing, you likely won't have room for it all anyway. So give to family and friends and share your affinity and connection to the items that you're going to give them. It's a great way to tell a story. It's a great way to connect, and it's a great way to give a gift. Sell others at a yard sale or donate to a nonprofit organization, which I have a list of great organizations toward the end of the presentation. And then finally, if none of the above, want the item and you can keep it because you're downsizing, well, it's time to part ways and to donate it to the local transfer station. So what are the 4 categories? Keep, donate, sell, gift, dispose. Keep, things that spark joy, things that you are bringing to the next location, things you use regularly, things with sentimental value to you. Don't forget, you can keep some items digitally. We have volumes of boxes, of photographs. They take up space. You can digitize these images. You can still scroll but without the weight. And so there's opportunity, even if you have other tchotchkes, other things that you just can't keep, but you want to remember. Take a picture, digitize it. The story is still there. The story leaves with you or stays with you forever. Um, you can donate things that are in good shape, that have useful life, and can be used by someone else. Think outside the box on donations. Goodwill, Salvation Army operates stores. The VA operates free stores. Libraries, take donations of books and DVDs. Maybe some limitations today due to COVID, but that should be changing. And a lot of these places will also come by and pick up at your home. So again, I've got a list toward the end of the presentation there for all of those. Others you might sell. So some items have monetary value and are worth selling. Furniture, artwork, collectibles, antiques. Have a garage sale. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. Great places to start and taking pictures and posting them and selling them. What's one person's trash is another, it's someone else's treasure. So sell it, and you'll make somebody happy. You can also gift. You'll have items or collections that you want to gift to people, but you have to be emotionally distant when you gift and recognize some people do not place the same value on certain items. For example, formal china and silver are not popular today. You may have trouble giving it away. It's hard to imagine. I know my own mom has a collection of Hummels that she imported or that she purchased, made in Germany, was a big deal to her. Beautiful showcase, and none of her children care about them, want them. Yet to her, they were a symbol of I made it, a symbol of success coming from very meek beginnings. That they represented success to her because that was her value system. Again, one generation later, um, she is going to have a hard time giving them away. And so, and dispose is the last category. Really, probably the hardest thing of all. Is identifying the things that are going to be thrown away, and be realistic. We'll go over some of the room by room strategies in just a moment. But at the highest level, is it broken? If the answer is yes, then it should probably be discarded. So we're going to take a tour of some rooms and talk about some strategies for decluttering, each remembering to stick to your schedule, goals, and sorting systems as you go. Okay, where can I donate my items? And these are all Googleable. You have, of course, our local Goodwill store. You have the Lupus Foundation. You have Vietnam Veterans of America, Housing Works, Habitat for Humanity, Human IT for electronics, Secure the Call for old cell phones. Green Drop is a concierge service, especially if you're doing a large decluttering. They'll actually send a concierge over to your home and help you identify things that you want to donate, and they will pick it up and remove it for you. Vehicles for Charity, and then there's this other wonderful place called Donation Town, and if you go to donationtown.org and enter a zip code, it will tell you where you can go um, or what donation platforms and memberships are available in your local area, which is very nice. And in many cases, they do come and pick up the information in materials and the housewares and clothing and furniture and those sorts of things at your house. Bathroom and bedroom. Okay, so with regard to the bathroom, you've got your medicine cabinet, vanity, linen closet, toiletries, under the sink, in the shower. In your bedroom, you've got, your closets and dressers and, do your clothes fit? Is it ripped? When was the last time that you wore it? All good questions determine whether or not it's coming with you or you are donating it. Other accessories, and then ask, is it an heirloom? Is it worth selling? Um, these are things in one way to approach downsizing. So the smallest room in the house, the bath, should take the least amount of time, right? Have your buckets or your tags ready, and begin the process. Your medicine cabinet, pull everything out. Before you put anything back, look at it, ask, has it expired? When was the last time that I used it? Is it a duplicate? Do I need duplicates? Do I need this item? Purge what you are able to and only put back what is useful and necessary. Expired prescriptions can be either returned to a pharmacy, a police station, or you can secure it and throw it out with the trash. You definitely want to avoid dumping it down the drain, as those toxins get into the water system. So those are some of the things that you can do in the bathroom. The vanity drawers, one drawer at a time, empty the contents and sort through it. Is it expired? Does it still work? Is it gross? Old brushes, hair bands, toothbrushes, and the like. Do you still like it? Do you still use it? Do you still want it? How long has it been in there and unused? Again, purge what you're able to and put back only what is useful and necessary. And then the linen closet. This is a sneaky place where the good towels or nice sheets are buried and lost forever. So one shelf at a time, take everything out. Is it old and ratty? Do you have a replacement? Why are you keeping this old one if you have a new one? Do you have a pile of good towels that you don't use? Why are you not using them? They are the best after all. You deserve the best. Do you have a pile of old blankets? Do you have a basket of cords and wires that you are not sure where they go anymore? You get where I'm going with this. The same process with toiletries and the dark recesses under the sink. Is this starting to make sense? Like I said, after years and years of being in your home, we collect years and years of stuff. And it's time to go through them and simplify. The bedroom's a little bit more tricky because it starts getting emotional. We keep the things we value closest to us. Clothes, shoes. Take it a rack or a drawer at a time. Don't try to do it all at once. This is hard, so you can go slow. But get your 5 baskets, tubs positioned and start. And if you're not using them, your labels, start labeling. Your kitchen, start with something bold. Move on to more substantial items. If you don't use it, You probably don't need it. I admit, I have a junk drawer, and you probably do too. Um, it's in the kitchen, and it's literally a catch-all for twist ties, pens, broken pencils, dollar store reading glasses, takeout menus. I'm pretty sure we all have one. So in the kitchen, I would suggest starting with your junk drawer and try something bold. Dump it out. Seriously, dump the whole thing out and move it into a bin or a tub with the contents and keep it in the garage somewhere out of sight. Now, wait. If you haven't gone seeking for the contents of that bin and pulled anything out of it in, 2 weeks or so or longer, throw it away. It's time to throw it away. I would suggest that taking a meaningful look at large sized items, countertop appliances, stand mixers, air fryers, toaster ovens, extra large roasting pans, sizable equipment that takes up space but is used infrequently. A tagine, a lobster pot, and all of your unitaskers, those things that have yet only one purpose and one purpose only. Metalline pans, mini muffin tins, specialty cake pans, etc. From there, I suggest taking one cabinet at a time. Open it up, take everything out. Ask yourself, is it useful? Do you actually use it? Will you miss it? And so forth. If the answer is no, you know you're not taking it with you. It's either going to be gifted, sold, or given to an auction. And if even they don't want it, a donation center doesn't want it, then it's time to donate it to the the town recycle bin. Um, let's see. One cabinet at a time, one drawer at a time, one cabinet at a time. Open it up, take everything out. Ask yourself, do you use it? Do you actually use it? Are you going to miss it? If the answer is no, it's not going with you. Um, for me, this is cleansing. Tupperware. I mean, how much do I have versus how much do I really need? How many lemon squeezers do I really need? Um, you're then putting things through your sorting system. Keep it, donate it, sell it, gift it, or just get rid of it. And the process continues. Furniture and heirlooms. Emotional value versus resale and auction value. Emotionally valuable items, wedding dresses, dishes and crystal porcelain figures, like we talked about. Really hard to give these things away. And if you're downsizing, really hard to keep. Wedding dresses is a personal decision. Either you have room for it or you don't. You can try to see if family wants it. If they don't, that's a hard one to let go. If you can let go, let it go. Take a picture of it and keep the memory with you. It lasts with you forever. Dishes and crystal porcelain figures, they're hard items to get rid of today. If you cannot donate them, visit the and you can't give them away, donate them, family, friends, then it's the local town recycle center. Um, Certainly, resale auction, valuable items, sterling, silver, insured artwork, antiques. If you have a question about that, we can hire someone to come in and answer those sorts of questions for us. And clearly, if we're downsizing and you don't need nor want the valuable item anymore, and you can't give it away to family or friends, um, there's always reselling them as collectibles. So keep that in mind. Files and seasonal. You still need it. What are the document retention requirements? Can these items be digitized? Photos. The cool thing about that is, guys, is that when you digitize something, it takes up zero space. You can recall it faster than you can go upstairs and retrieve the box. It's on your computer, it's on your phone, it's on your electronic device, and it's there for you to view whenever you need it. Holiday items, holiday specific dishes, decorations, knickknacks. You have taxes from 10 years ago, get rid of them. Don't need them. Old versions of estate documents, get rid of them. Photographs, things that have changed. And while we may have grown up taking pictures, having them printed and putting them into albums, this is not the way they're done anymore. So when looking at shoe boxes of loose prints or stacks of carefully labeled albums and scrapbooks, think about digitizing them. But you do not need to digitize everything. If you don't know anyone in the photograph, you probably don't need to keep everything. VHS tapes and family vacations or celebrations, you can digitize them as well. And you don't need to carry that media around. It's all there, saved electronically, taking up zero space for your pleasure. Holiday items, some of us have extensive celebration collections, tree ornaments, lawn inflatables, table decorations, linens, ceramics. The list is endless. You need to ask who wants it. Ornaments made when your kids were young. Do they want them for their own tree? Even the one with the crushed tissue paper and yellowed glue. Maybe they will want it. Maybe find a number of special items to pass along and then consider letting the rest go. So what's next? Distribution. Again, we're going to take one room at a time. The things you're keeping, you don't have to do too much right there. The things to donate. Do you need to call and arrange collection? Are there items you would like to drop off? How are you getting these items out of your space? Are there donation companies going to come by and pick up the items? Make a list. What items are the various donation centers collecting? What condition do they need to be in? And start partitioning and getting ready for either you delivering or them coming over to pick up. The things that you're going to gift, pass them along with a full heart. And as we discussed earlier with our goals, do not place conditions or expectations on the recipient. Things to sell, engage someone to help sell things of value. Things to dispose of, this could be the hardest part. Throwing something away that has a memory or emotion attached to it. If it's difficult, take a picture. Keep it. It is yours forever. The experience, even if you don't take a picture, is yours to keep. Um, let's see. We try to avoid long-term paid storage, buying more stuff, giving up. Things to avoid. Long-term storage is expensive. It really is. The goal of downsizing is to reduce the number of things that you have. You are taking on an additional continuous long-term expense if you put things into storage. And if it's in storage, you're not using it anyway. So now you're storing something that you're not using, and it's throwing good money after bad. Avoid doing that. If you have a baby grand piano and where you're going, there's no space for the piano, it defeats the purpose of downsizing if you rent space to house a piano that no one is playing. It's time to donate. It's time to gift. It's time to get rid of. Try to avoid replacing things that you've removed from your home. If you've donated an exercise bike because it had cobwebs and your knees hurt when you bought them, and when you used it, right, resist going out and buying another bike because it's going to connect or collect cobwebs, and your knees are going to continue to hurt. Nothing is going to change. Makes no sense. Don't do that. Avoid that. Downsizing is a process. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes persistence. It is not something that's going to be completed overnight. Be kind to yourself. It's very easy to beat up on ourselves, to go and get lost in our memories. The memories are always there. Like I said, you can take a picture, digitize it, and simplify and clean your life out. And it's a great way to clean and start a new perspective, a new year, even if you're not moving. And again, be kind to the relatives that graciously declined your offer of the formal china or antique 4-poster bedroom set that's been a family heirloom for generations. You do you, and let them do them. And for that, give with a gracious heart, and we pass no judgment. There's professional help. So estate sales, professional organizers, dump runs, interior designers are people that can absolutely help you in your quest to declutter and downsize and potentially plan for your next move. So some professional resources that we have here. Estate sales professionals, Elizabeth Nazaro of Liz and Deb Estates. They're local, wonderful people. Modern day auctions and estate sales. Organizational specialists, decustomized organizing, organically organized chaos in Norwalk. There's their information. Dump runs, Mark Provenzano, another local gentleman who does wonderful work. Interior design and staging. There's Ann Brownagel. There's Patty Stern, Annie Coolidge. Any one of these, should you need additional information or more contact information, call me and I'm happy to get you that information. So let's see. Now, if you're looking for more help, you're planning a move, the Brown Eagle team can absolutely assist you with the following. These are a lot of the things that we do for our senior clients, right? There's retirement community planning, there's financial planning, there's estate planning, there's legacy planning, there's estate sales and cleanouts, there's housekeeping, handyman and contractor services, staging services, investment property management services, stage for profit or quick sale options. Honestly, we don't obviously do all of these ourselves. We have partnered with the right people who share the same values that we do, who take care of our clients the way we take care of our clients. And I would encourage you to call us and allow us to help. So, if this were live, you could certainly ask questions, and I would love for that to happen. But being as it is not live and is a recording, I just wanted to thank you for your time. I hope this was helpful. It was a pleasure being here and able to share this with you today. I do look forward to our next session, which is in April, when we will be talking about real estate transactions, really breaking down the process of selling and buying a home or a condo into bite-sized pieces, explaining all the parties to the transaction, who they are, and sharing some of the real estate specific jargon with you so that you are in the know, so that you are comfortable with the process upfront, and you're prepared with better questions and making this a much better experience for you. So again, thank you. This is Tom Brownigal with the Brownigal team here at Keller Williams Realty. Our phone is 203-268-4994. That's our main office number. Either Elizabeth, Ryan, or myself, Tom Brownigal, look forward to answering your questions. Have a great day.